Welcome to Parsha with Purpose, where each Parsha becomes a guide to living with meaning, serenity, and joy. There's a small detail in this week's Parsha that is easy to miss, but it carries a deeply comforting message. The Torah tells us, "On all your offerings you shall offer salt." Every korban, every offering brought in the Beis HaMikdash had to include salt. Rashi explains that this comes from a promise made at the very beginning of creation. When Hashem separated the waters, some rose upward, becoming the upper waters, and some remained below in the oceans and rivers of this world. And the lower waters felt left behind. They longed to be close to Hashem, to have a role in something higher, something holy. So Hashem made a promise. The lower waters too would have a place on the Mizbeach, on the altar. They would come close, through salt. But if you think about it, something here feels almost puzzling. If the water longed to rise upward, then why is the focus on salt? Salt is what is left behind after the water evaporates. It's the most physical, the most grounded, the most stuck part of the water. Why would that be what is brought close to Hashem? Rabbi Yaakov Kamenetsky offers a beautiful insight. Salt, in a sense, represents the lowest stage. The water rises, it evaporates, it becomes something elevated. And what remains behind? The residue, the part that seems to have gone nowhere. And Hashem says, that too belongs with me. Not only the elevated moments, not only the spiritual highs, but even what feels ordinary, even what feels heavy, even what feels left behind. That is part of the offering. And that is incredibly encouraging, because sometimes we look at our lives and think the closeness to Hashem only exists in certain moments, when we feel inspired, when we're learning, when we're davening with focus, when everything feels uplifted. But what about the rest? What about the tired moments, the distracted moments, the parts of life that feel routine, repetitive, or even stuck? The Torah is telling us, bring the salt. Bring the part of you that feels like it didn't rise. Bring the part that stayed behind. Bring the ordinary, the physical, the everyday. That too belongs on the Mizbeach. Because Yiddishkeit is not about escaping the physical world. It's about elevating it. It's about taking what seems simple, even lowly, and giving it meaning. A kind word, a small act of patience, showing up when it's hard, trying again when you feel like you've fallen short. Those are not small things. Those are your salt, and they are precious. The message of Vayikra is not that we need to become something otherworldly to come close to Hashem. It is that we can take exactly where we are, even the parts that feel least elevated, and bring them closer. Because in Hashem's world, nothing sincere is ever left behind. Even the salt finds its place. Good Shabbos.